Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Fun fact, I've already done this class for the live stream. We filmed it earlier and a technical issue didn't save it properly, and so now I have to redo the whole class again, which is great, but I'm a little bit pooped physically, but together we can do it. Before we start practicing today, I wanted to talk about an expression known as sama sama. And in yoga, sama translates as even, equal, or similar. So sama sama means even, same, equal, equal. It refers to almost kind of like an equanimous state of being. So you could kind of almost imagine yourself on top of a mountain or a big grassy hill, and you have this beautiful vantage point. You can see all these beautiful locations. You can see like this beautiful 360-degree view if you look all the way around. And sama sama refers to having the ability to look at everything with a sense of evenness. So you see everything from this vantage point with a sense of evenness, a sense of equanimity. You're not overly obsessing or fixating on one point. You are able to see the whole picture. And I find this expression really helpful during this time in our world, because if you're a little like me, I tend to obsess and fixate on one thing, and I can go a little bit down the rabbit hole. And it's important to take a step back and just kind of look at the whole picture and remember to look at all things evenly, the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly, and see it all for what it is, rather than just focusing only on one thing. And one way we can do this in our practice is through our breathing. And there's a breathing exercise called samavriti, which translates as equal fluctuation, referring to our breath, so that our inhale is equal to our exhale. The count is the same. And so we'll start today's class with equal breathing. So if you want to head over to your mat. Oh, and just from an anatomical standpoint, we're going to be working more with our lateral lines today. So lateral means towards the outside of the body, towards the side. So we're going to be working with our side body. So like glute, med, obliques, the side of our torso and hips. So that will be lots of fun. Mine are already quite fatigued, but we're going to get them even stronger. I'm just going to double check that we're still recording. All right, we're looking good. This mic is turned on. Okay, we'll head to our mat and we'll start seated. So please bring yourself to a comfortable seat. So you can sit cross-legged or kneeling. I recommend always sitting on a block if you have one. And if sitting's really uncomfortable for you, you can totally lie down. Once you've found a comfortable seat or you're lying down, please close your eyes. And can you take a moment to let your shoulders relax? Maybe even open your mouth a little, let the jaw relax. And then close the mouth again. And we'll begin with that samavriti, the equal fluctuation of breath. And if at any point the way in which I'm instructing you to breathe does not feel good, it feels too forced, then please just ignore me, and breathe in a way that feels natural to you. Please take a natural breath in and a natural breath out. And can you begin to inhale and exhale to my count? So inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling naturally. Exhaling naturally. And as you flow through your practice today, can you pay attention to that evenness of your breath? Please blink your eyes open if they're closed. If you're lying down, please roll to one side and sit yourself up. Take your right hand over towards the right. Put your right hand on the ground, probably just a foot or two away from your right hip. Take your left hand up and then behind your head, so you're coming into a side bend. Push the right hand down into the ground so your ribs kind of displace laterally towards the left. Then begin to let your torso side bend to the right. Can you press your head back into the hand a little and take 2 deep breaths? Deep inhale. Steady exhale. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. And inhale, come back up through center and right into the other side. Left hand goes out to the left, about a foot or two away from your left hip. Right hand comes behind your head. Press your head back into the hand a little, push the elbow up and over. Push your left hand down into the ground as your right elbow reaches up and over into a big side bend. And can you take 2 deep breaths into the rib cage? One more breath. Beautiful. And inhale, come all the way up. We'll come onto our hands and knees. So if at any point during class I'm ever teaching something and it's just not working for you today, always feel free to rest when you need to or just take a break. It's totally fine. I mean, the good thing about these online classes is you can just turn it off if you want to. Take your hands so they're underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, look forward, tilt the sit bones up. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, round through the lower back, upper back, cervical spine. Look towards your belly button. Push the floor away with your hands and knees. And then inhale, look forward, tilt the sit bones up, open your chest to the front of your mat. Exhale, push the floor away, round through the spine, look to the belly button. And then inhale, come to a neutral spine. Place your left hand more in the middle of your mat and your left knee just behind your left hand. And then step your right foot back and come to a modified side plank. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. And then take your right hand towards your right hip and lift your right leg up. So our lateral line, today we're going to be kind of focusing on gluteus medius, which is kind of the outer edge of your hip and your butt region. And that will be working here to help lift that right leg up and parallel to the floor. We'll also be working kind of like with our oblique system, which kind of helps support the side of our body. And when these systems are nice and strong and functional, they really help stabilize our body. And it can feel really nice to have nice, strong lateral lines. So can you lift your right leg up a little higher, lower ribs draw in, and then slowly lower your right leg so it's just 1 inch off the ground. And inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, lower it down. And just look towards your right foot and just see if you can keep inhale lifted up. If you can keep the ankle, knee all in line with your hip so that's not coming too far forward or too far back. And then lower just 1 inch off the ground. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Try to keep the lower ribs in. 1 more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, pause. Can you lift it a little higher? And then bring the foot down to the ground. Come back to all fours. And we'll switch sides. So right hand in the middle of the mat. Step your left foot back. And then come into side plank, modified side plank. Left hand reaches up. And try to lift your left leg up as high as we'll go. Notice if you're sticking your butt back, try not to do that. Lengthen your tailbone towards your left heel. Pull the front lower ribs in. And take your left hand to your left hip. Can you lift your left leg up a little higher on your inhale? And then exhale, lower it, so it's just 1 inch off the ground. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 3 more times. Inhale. As you lift, can you look towards your left foot? Try to keep your left leg straight and try to keep your left ankle aligned with your left knee, aligned with your left hip. Lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pause, ribs stay pulled in. And then both hands down, both knees down towards the ground. Great. Please place your hands so they're roughly shoulder distance wide. And come right into plank pose. So lift the pelvis up so it's level with the shoulders. Reach the center of your chest forward. Can you have the back of the head level with the spine? The pelvis lifting up by you pressing the tops of your thighs up. Take one more deep inhale into your body, pushing the floor away. And exhale, come all the way to your belly. Bring your elbows in front of you, Sphinx Pose. Push the elbows and forearms down. Pull the chest forward and through. Press your pubic bone down into the ground. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. And one more deep breath in. Full breath out. And gaze back towards your belly button. Scoop the belly in, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, come into a forearm plank. Okay. Then begin to let both of your feet swivel towards the right. Okay, so both feet turn towards the right. So you're on the outer edge and the inner edge of your foot, respectively. So it's kind of like a side plank, but both forearms are still on the ground. So you're still in forearm plank. You're just swiveling through the lower body. And if you're like me, I'll begin to feel the left side body, my left side body, the external obliques, and the internal obliques really firing on that side. Okay, inhale, bring your legs back through center. And then exhale, let the feet swivel. Keep pressing through both forearms evenly. Stay for 2 breaths. Try to keep your pelvis lifted. Okay, one more deep breath in. Try to keep lifting that right hip up so you're engaging the external obliques and internal obliques there. And then inhale, come back to center. And exhale, lower the pelvis down towards the ground. Sphinx Pose, take a deep breath in. Chest pulls forward and through. Okay, exhale, keep your chest lifted. But slide your hands back towards Cobra Pose. Hands are beside your lower ribs. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, can you lift your chest a little higher? And then exhale, please push back, Child's Pose. Take a deep breath in. Steady breath out. Inhale, come forward to all fours. Downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath in downward dog. Steady breath out. Okay, so please bend your right knee and let your left heel drop heavy to the ground. Take a full breath in. Steady breath out. Switch sides. And deep inhale. Full exhale. Straighten both legs. Full downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath into the body. Steady breath out. Push evenly through both hands. So again, finding that same concept of sama, sama. Even, even. Can you push through both hands symmetrically, or are you favoring one hand more than the other? And as you gaze back towards your feet, can you let both heels soften down towards the ground evenly, or are you favoring one foot more than the other? Can you take one more deep inhale into your body? Full breath out. Good job. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Try to stay with me if you can. Step your feet together like they're one tree trunk. Inhale, lift the right ankle up to hip height. Exhale, take the leg out to the side, almost like you're doing a jumping jack. Take a breath in here. Can you keep the right hip level with the left hip? And then exhale, bring the leg back to center. Place it down. Getting into the glute med a little. Inhale, left leg lifts up, just to hip height. Exhale, abduct it to the side. Try to keep both hips facing down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring it back to center. Lower it to the ground. Downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath in and downward dog. Full breath out. And please bend your knees. Look forward. Walk, walk, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. Find length in the spine. Exhale, fold over your legs, let your head release. Put a little bit more of a bend in your knees. Take your hands back behind you, interlacing your hands. Keep a little bit of a bend in your elbows as you straighten the arms. So there's still just a very conscientious bend in the elbow. Slowly begin to straighten your right leg. Keep your left knee bent. And then let your left shoulder come a little closer towards your left knee so your chest turns open towards the right. As your chest turns open to the right, can you lean away from the right? Lean back towards the wall behind you a little. So create a little bit of a twist and a side bend, creating more space between your right hip and your right armpit by sending the right hip back, leaning the chest back. Okay, and then switch sides. Bend your left knee. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, open your chest towards the left, send your left hip bone back, lean your torso back. Can you take a deep inhale, creating a lot of space on the left side body. Full exhale. And then slowly straighten both legs, forward fold over both legs. Inhale, lift halfway up, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach both hands up. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs, index fingers shoot up, stand really tall. Exhale, side bend to the right. Squeeze both butts. Inhale, come back up to center. The butt is firm, the tailbone's descending, the ribs are in. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, come back up to center, get really tall. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace the hands together. Turn the knuckles to the sacrum, bend your elbows quite deeply. Squeeze the elbows in, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold belly to the thighs. Hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Get long through the torso. Please step your right foot back. Drop your right knee down towards the ground. Inhale, reach both hands up. Hook the thumbs. Interlace the rest of the fingers. Index fingers up. Draw your low ribs in. Try to get a little more vertical here. So it's not a back bend. Spine is more vertical, if anything. Tailbone down, butt firming. Take a deep inhale. Grow tall. And then side bend to the left. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Come back up to center. Full breath in. Exhale, hands towards the ground. Lift your back knee. Inhale, reach the center of your chest forward. Press that back thigh up. Get long through the torso. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath into your body. Steady breath out. One more deep inhale. Full exhale. And inhale, step your feet together so they're like one big tree trunk. Come onto your tippy toes, lift your pelvis high. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky, but keep both hips facing down. Exhale, bring your right knee across towards your left elbow and pause. So as we come into this twist, your right knee across towards your left elbow, let your pelvis twist a little towards the left. And as a result, that's definitely going to turn on the external obliques on the right-hand side. As you push more through the right hand and lift the pelvis higher, it's going to turn on all the obliques on the right-hand side. And it's also really going to work your serratus anterior on the right shoulder. So really push the right hand into the ground. As you bring your right knee to the left, try to stay for one more breath. Can you bring your right knee a little more forward and a little more to the left? Inhale, take the leg back up to the sky. Good job. Step all the way forward. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, chest forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach both hands up. Interlace the hands, cross the thumbs, index fingers shoot up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Push evenly through both feet, glutes are turned on. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Butt is firm, tailbone descending. Inhale, come back up to center, grow tall. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace the hands. Knuckles can be at the sacrum. Squeeze the elbows, inhale, chest lifts, collarbones broad. Exhale, belly to the thighs, fold forward. Hands to the ground, inhale, halfway lift, or hands to the shins. Exhale, step the left foot back. Please drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, both hands up, cross the thumbs, interlace the fingers, index fingers shoot up, low ribs pull in. Inhale, get really tall, so no back bending. Shift the torso and pelvis back a little. Descend the tailbone. Draw the lower ribs and get really, really tall. Lift up out of the pelvis. And then side bend to the right. Stay for a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Please lift your back knee up. Come into a nice big lunge. Bend into your front knee. Press the top of your left thigh up to the sky so it's super active. Get the center of your chest forward. Take one more deep breath into your body. Exhale. Please step back, downward dog. Steady, slow breath in. Steady, slow breath out. Are you pressing evenly through both hands? Are both heels releasing evenly to the floor? Are the tops of your thighs right near your hip creases pressing evenly back and up? Can you wrap the outer shoulders back? Step your feet together like they're one tree trunk. Come onto your tippy toes, lift your heels high. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, bring the knee forward and bring it across towards your right arm. So coming into a bit of a twist. Left knee to the right. Can you get it higher than the elbow? Can you bring it a little more to the right? Now can you push more through your left hand? And as you push more through the left hand, can you shorten the left side of your torso a little? So really push the left hand down as you twist the left knee to the right. Can you hold? Maybe you feel the left side of your torso really working strongly here. Inhale, left leg goes back and up towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot all the way forward. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, chest lengthens forward, back thigh is pressing long. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, hands come all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Can you focus your eyes on one spot between your feet? Right, keep wrapping the outer shoulders back, the inner biceps forward. Can you hug the forearms in as the biceps resist the midline? Please step your feet together. Walk them a little closer to your hands. Come onto your tippy toes. Lift your heels high. Bring your shoulders so they're right over your wrists. Bend your knees. Jump. Maybe you get stuck in a handstand. If not, land your feet right at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale, everyone. Fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Same thing. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Inhale. Step or jump, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. And really see if you can find that even breath, that samavriti, like an equal inhale to exhale here. 2 more breaths. One last deep breath in. Step your feet together and come right onto your tippy toes. Shift your shoulders so they're over your wrists, so you're setting yourself up. Bend your knees. Think of a handstand. Hop. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Hands up to the sky. Big breath in. Hands to heart. Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, sit your bum, Utkatasana. Fold, belly to thighs, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog pose, exhale. Pivot your back foot out at 45 degrees. Step your right foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, come up. Both hands up. Exhale, both hands down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Pivot the right foot. Step the left foot forward. Inhale. Warrior 1. Exhale, both hands down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a steady breath in downward dog. Steady breath out. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Please come down to your knees. Grab a block. If you do not have a block, it's totally fine. Just turn your palms so they're flat down on the ground, or interlace your hands together. If you don't know what to do, just interlace your hands together. It's a little easier. Otherwise, palms flat on the ground or hands around your block. Totally up to you. Elbows are shoulder distance wide. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the ground so the butt's nice and high. Option 1 to just stay here in dolphin, or walk your feet in, come onto your tippy toes, lift your right leg up, look between your forearms, and up you go. Forearms down. If you can, try to keep the right knee bent. The right leg straight, the left knee bent for this one. Push that right leg up, and then try to look through the arms, pull the lower ribs in. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. Try to push through both elbows and forearms. Send your body up. 1 more breath in. and out. And then we'll all come down. Just come into a seated position. Close your eyes and see if you can find that samavriti, that even breath. Okay, one more dolphin pose. Hands can be on the ground, either interlaced together or around your block. Tuck your toes, walk your feet in, lift your left leg up to the sky, maybe look between the forearms, maybe kick up. And then can you hold for 3 more breaths? Keep pushing the elbows and the forearms down, maybe look between the forearms. Keep pulling the lower ribs in. 2 more breaths. Okay, 1 more breath. Good job, everyone. And then come down. All right, put the block to the side. Downward facing dog pose, right back into it. And then this is where things get fun. And remember, fun is a subjective term. Yay, lateral side body strength. Okay, step your feet together so they're like one big tree trunk. Here we go. Come onto your tippy toes. Inhale, right leg lifts up towards the sky. And exhale, pull the right knee across towards your left elbow. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, turn your left heel down. Lift your left leg up and come into a side plank. Now, I want you to keep your right knee bent, and I want you to lift that right knee up as high as it will go. So it's like you're squeezing your inner thighs together. Try not to stick your butt back. Keep your butt kind of level with your right hand and your left foot. Lift the pelvis higher. So you are going for a little bit of a side bend here. Take your left hand behind your head. Press the head back into the hand. Push the right hand down. Can you lift your pelvis up a little higher? And if you're like me, my inner thighs are going crazy. Squeeze your inner legs towards each other. Can you press more through the right hand to create more side bend? Can you press your head back into your left hand? Take 1 more breath in. And exhale, both hands down. Just put your right knee right down to the floor. Up. Turn your left foot out again to the exact same position you were just in. Reach your left hand up. So now you're in a modified side plank. Reach your left hand up and over so you're coming into a side bend. Really push your right hand down and really squeeze your glutes. Take 1 more breath. And put your left hand down on the ground. And this is just a fun little transition. Step your left foot all the way forward between your hands. Come onto your fingertips. Lift your back knee. Turn the back heel flat. Now keep the bend in the front knee. Put your left elbow on your left thigh. Right hand on your right hip. Keep turning your chest open. Front lower ribs pull in. Now, as you bend into your front knee, I want you to push your left elbow down against your left thigh. So you're trying to create as much space in your left hip crease as you can. And it will also put the pelvis and the torso into a little bit more of lateral flexion, so a bit more of a side bend. So allow the side bend to happen. Let your ribs move upwards. Take your right hand up. Put your right hand behind your head. Lean your head back into the hand. And then can you breathe real deeply? It should feel nice, especially with that crazy side bendy plank pose that we just did, that we get a moment to kind of release or take that region in the opposite direction as it just was. Take 1 more deep breath in here. And a full exhale. And then inhale, come up to a reversed warrior 2. Keep the bend in the front knee. Keep reaching back, straighten your front leg. And inhale, come forward. Trikonasana, so maybe turn your back foot in a little more. Reach the left hand far forward. And your left hand can come to shin, ankle, block, or floor. And your right hand reaches up towards the sky. Turn your chest open. If you can, look up towards your right thumb. If it's too much, you can always look down. Draw the shoulders gently down the back. Soften your jaw. 3 more breaths. 2. One last breath in. And exhale, right hand to your right hip. Look down, bend into your front knee. Hey, shift forward, lift the right leg up. So we're coming into that abduction of the right leg, working the lateral line of the right hip. Can you lift that right leg up nice and high? Kind of just like the beginning of class. As you press that right leg up, can you keep the right leg straight? Maybe see if you can look towards the right foot. Is it coming too far forward in front of you or back behind you? Can it be just completely a pure extension from the hip? Take the right hand up towards the sky. Turn the chest open. Can you take 2 more breaths? And maybe with each inhale, just play with, can you get your right leg a little higher? And one last deep breath in. Can it lift up a little higher? Beautiful, everyone. Exhale. Place both hands down on the ground. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. Drop your left knee to the ground. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Reach both hands up. One breath in. And exhale, both hands come down to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Step your feet together. Come onto your tippy toes. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Here we go, other side. Exhale, left knee towards your right elbow. Turn your right heel down. So option to stay here if this is quite intense for you. Otherwise, turn the right heel down. Reach the right hand up. Good, so now we're in a side plank. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other as if you had a block between your legs and you're trying to squeeze it in. Push the left hand down, try to lift the pelvis higher. Try not to stick the butt back or thrust the pelvis forward. Keep it in alignment with the left hand and right foot. Keep pushing down. Can you lift the pelvis up? Lift the knee up. It'll almost be over. Right hand behind your head. Grab towards the left ear. Press the head back into the hand. Keep pushing the foot and the hand down. Squeeze your inner thighs. So you're working your adductors right now. Keep opening the chest. Keep pushing the left hand down. One more breath in. Lift the pelvis. Both hands down. Left knee down. Come into a modified side plank. Take your left hand a little more forward. Reach your right hand up. And overhead, side bend. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. So nice. Put your right hand on the ground. Step your right foot all the way forward. Come onto your fingertips. Step your left foot all the way back to a lunge. Spin the back heel flat. Put your right elbow on your right thigh. Keep bending into your right knee. Push your right elbow down against your right thigh, creating more space at your right hip crease. And so that your ribs move laterally to the left, you get more of a side bend. Take your left hand behind your head towards your right ear. Can you turn your chest up? Press your head back. Take 2 breaths. One more breath. And inhale, reversed warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, keep reaching back, straighten the front leg. Come through arms parallel to the floor. Maybe turn your back foot in a little. Both legs are straight. Reach far forward, Trikonasana. Right hand comes down to shin, ankle, the block, or the floor. Take your left hand up towards the sky, Trikonasana. If you can, turn your head and your chest to look up. Draw the shoulders down the back. Three more breaths. Two. One. Please bend into your front knee. Shift forward, lift the left leg up. So we're taking that left leg into abduction, working the outer edge of our left hip, the left glute med specifically. Turn your chest up. Lift that left leg up. Push the left heel away so your left leg's nice and straight. Left arm reaches to the sky. If you can, look towards the side, maybe up. Can you take 4 more breaths? Push the right foot through the floor. Turn the chest up to the sky. Shoulders draw down the back. Push the left heel away. Lift the left leg higher. Okay. Take 1 more deep inhale. Full exhale. And both hands come down to the ground. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot far back. Drop your right knee down. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, both hands come down to the ground. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale into your body. Full exhale. And please bend both of your knees. Look forward. Jump through seated. And bring your right heel in towards your groin. Lengthen your left leg out in front. Take your left hand down to shin, ankle, or the foot. Right hand to your right hip. Turn your chest open. Take your right hand behind your head, just like we've been doing the whole class. Or option to continue to reach it overhead and catch for the left foot. Okay. Can you take 3 breaths and really begin to slow it down now? Let your jaw relax. Can you let the muscles in your face soften? Can you allow yourself to breathe maybe even a little more deeply? And inhale, come up. Place your right hand on the ground, just behind your right butt. Push down, lift the pelvis up, reach the left arm behind you. Take a full breath in. Squeeze both butts to open the hips. And sit back down. Other side, right leg comes forward, left heel draws in. Take your right hand down to shin, ankle, or the foot. Turn your chest open to the left. Take your left hand behind your head. Can you press your head back into the hand? Let yourself side bend. Take a deep breath into your body. Option to continue reaching that left hand overhead if it feels better. Take 1 more breath in. And out. And inhale, come up. Place the left hand down to the ground just behind your left butt. Lift the pelvis up, opening through the front of the hips. And then the butt slowly comes down towards the ground. And please bring the bottoms of both feet together in front of you. Knees are wide. Trikonasana, cobbler's pose. Interlace your hands around your toes. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold over your legs. Let your head release. So as you flow through the rest of your day today, can you observe if you're kind of fixating or obsessing over one thing? Maybe you can remind yourself of this mantra or saying, Sama Sama, even, even. Can I look at all things with a perspective of equanimity, of evenness, as if you're on top of this beautiful mountain? Instead of looking just at one spot, you take in the whole vantage point. You see everything for what it is. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly. You take in the entire view rather than just one thing. Can you take 1 more deep inhale? Full exhale, letting yourself soften a little more. Inhale, slowly come up. Please lie down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a big squeeze. Let your knees fall to the right, just momentarily, any supine twist that feels good. A nice, big, deep breath in. A full breath out. letting everything relax. And bring your legs back to center. Let them fall to the other side. Can you allow your arms and your legs to relax? Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, letting everything soften. And please bring your legs back to center and come into Shavasana, corpse pose, lying in a way that's comfortable for you. Can you allow everything to relax? Please feel free to stay here as long as you need today. Have a beautiful day.